Welcome back to Katie's Roots and Recipes. My name is Katie.
My name is George.
Say it right.
My name is George.
That's right. If you're new here, if you are not new here, welcome back.
Yeah.
George and I have a sitter at home with the children tonight, and
we're headed somewhere.
We are headed somewhere. It is not a date night, but nights like this we do classify as date night. If the two of us are in the car by ourselves going somewhere,
that's a date.
It's a date night.
But it's a drive night.
Yeah. We have somewhere to be. As a very, very dear friend of ours lost her mom this past week, and so we are actually on the way to the calling hours to spend some time with them. And to show our love and support. So
it's during these times when that you get to think that we got really, really little time left. We don't have a lot of time, so we cherish the little time we get with people we love and people we hang around with. People that we care about. We want to spend time with them, and it's moments like these that we really we get to reflect that, right?
Yeah, and when he means by time left, I think it's maybe the older you get, when you're in your 20s, you think 70, 80, 100 years of life, that's a lot of life, but we're in our upper 30s now, and George and I both feel like it feels like life is short. It is just, it's shorter than we want it to be, and we just know that it's so important to cherish the time you have with people. And I'm learning that there's nothing more important in life than relationships. There's just nothing more important. And it's just important to value your friends, your family, the people you have in your life. Value them while you have them, because once time is gone, it's gone. You don't get that back.
And just being intentional on what you guys are doing and the planning we have. Sometimes I like to be I don't have time. I just want to take all my time, go home, do nothing. But I realize that it's being intentional
with the
time you have, the relationship, because you'll never get time to be now I'm free. No, it's you. Every time there's something new that comes to your life and you want to do it. So it's good we be intentional with our time too. That's something I've learned. And hanging out with friends, even when you don't feel even when you don't feel like you want to hang out, it's when I force myself to hang out.
Because there's times work life, you get busy, you get tired. But it's just important to be someone that your friends can depend on, and that you can have friends that you can depend on as well. But I've had 2 friends recently lose their parents, and it's really hard to watch your friends grieve in that way. And I always wish I could just go into their journey and fix it for them, but you can't. Grief is the cost of love. It's the cost of loving someone dearly. And because George and I are Christians, we believe that there is an eternity after our time here on the earth, so that we know that we will see our loved ones after we die. But there's just that grief that you feel in your day-to-day life when that stops and you lose your loved ones that way. So
and sometimes you even don't know how to console them, to console them, because how do you tell someone it's gonna be okay when they've lost the only person they ever loved, the only person they grew up with, watching, and it can be really hard. It can be really tough.
We did. I was praying the other morning. I was like, Lord, I need to know what I can do to just be supportive of my friend. And I always feel a little bit stunted when I see friends and loved ones go through grief, because I don't always know how to show up for them. How do you love them? How do you I mean, you can't say everything's going to be okay. Their whole world has just been shattered. And if you've been through like a journey of grief, like let me know in the comments, what was it that like really spoke to your heart when that people did for you? Like what was something that was like, oh, it was just what you needed in that moment? Because I always feel like I don't fully know, but I think it was the other morning I was like, God, I just want to know how to love my friend. I don't know what to do. Like her whole world has just been shattered. Like how do you walk into there and do something to let her know she's loved? And I was scrolling through Facebook, and I don't know if you've encountered this before or not, but there are times you have that question and then you scroll and you're like, oh, you come across this post or something that someone shared. And I think my cousin had shared it where a lady who had gone through grief, and she was just saying when someone is going through grief, don't say, hey, let me know what you need. Tell me when you need something. They said, don't do that. It puts it back on the person who's grieving, and it's too much for them to carry that.
Yeah.
And so she said, if you just go to the store, buy groceries and drop them off, buy a restaurant card that they can just order takeout and have takeout for dinner. And it is my understanding when you're going through grief that it's hard to process what to cook for dinner, what to do next, how to process life, Yeah. And so
I've even had other people say, parents who, lost their child, like they were like, oh, you guys are still young. You're going to have another child. Oh. Don't worry about it. No.
That would be heartbreaking.
That's a heartbreaking to tell someone, oh, don't worry, you're still young. You're going to do this. Or
while that is true, they have just lost someone so precious to them that another child won't replace the life that they've lost. Yeah. We honor the life that was here and who they were and what they meant to us while they were here, Yeah. So, anyway, that is my question to you guys. How did someone show up in your grief and in your loss and bless you? I want to know things to reference if I have any more friends or loved ones that go through that. And
I mean, we can talk about the Bible and, Bible scriptures and, put everything to them. And, we pray for them and stuff like that. But there's sometimes people want that, like, show me.
Prayer is good. A kind word is good. Yeah. But I know when we lost my sister-in-law, that someone felt like that was a good time, like within an hour of her passing, that they felt it was a good time to talk about trauma, counseling, and healing. And I could barely process her loss. I didn't want to talk about how to heal from it. And to me, I was just like, I kind of felt like pushing them off the stairs. They were standing at the top of the stairs with me, and I just was like, I know that this isn't the right way to show love to someone when they're grieving. So I just, prayers are good. We should do that. You don't have to tell someone you're praying for them. Just pray for them. Yeah. But I think when someone is going through grief, there are things to do. Action is more important than words. I feel I could be wrong, but I feel like that is probably the best way to show up for someone is with a meal, with groceries, with gas cards, pay a bill, just something that it takes a burden off of them. So anyway, I think that's what I learned this week.
Yep.
But yeah, if you guys think about it, we just talked about prayer, but if you think about it, pray for my friend. I won't name names here and stuff because I just want to protect privacy, but it's just hard to watch loved ones grieve, Yeah.
And I appreciate you, getting some stuff together and taking to her and making sure she's okay. Thank you for that.
I feel so helped. I'm someone who I love to help people. It brings me joy to be able to put action to something and love someone in that way. But when I can't, I just feel helpless. I don't know how else to do it and stuff. So, but yeah, it was a blessing to be able to love on her and I don't know if it was the right thing to do. I hope it's a blessing to her, but I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was. So I had the privilege of, with my limited experience of editing YouTube videos, I actually had the privilege of taking photos, their family photos, and editing them into a video with some songs on it. And it was so moving to look through her mom's life and see her from when she was a little girl to watching her get married and then have her children and grandchildren and stuff. And you just realize what a beautiful thing it is to procreate and to leave behind a legacy. And she has 6 beautiful children who bear her image, who loved her, who are going to walk around this world and always speak about her and miss her and love her. So I don't know. It was just so cool to, not to mention all the grandchildren that she has as well, but it's just interesting to have like that look into someone's life and to see who I don't know who she was. I've met her a couple of times, but I didn't get to spend time with her to say I know her, but I know her daughter, and if her daughter's anything like her, then she was a pretty amazing woman. Anyway, enough talk about grief. Oh my goodness. I hope people don't come to this video and this is a downer. We don't want that. So anyway, I'm grateful for G driving us tonight. And we'll probably stop off and get a little sweet treat or a little drink or something to
Starbucks maybe.
Yeah. There's nothing better for grief than a little sweet treat and some time with your loved one. So anyway, but if there's anything I can take away from this is just grab your loved ones, hug them really close, love them, go see your mom and dad, take them something, love on them. I lost 3 of my biological grandparents in the last 5 years, 6 years.
Wow.
And it just, every funeral I went to, it just hit me that I wasn't really close with them because of the cultural difference. When my family left the Amish culture, my grandparents were all still Amish. So there was a barrier there through my informative years where I think I was 9. Was I 9 or 10 when we left the Amish? So I have my childhood memories of my grandparents. But through the older years then, there was a distance and there was a divide there. Not at the end. At the end, to the end of their life, they were very welcoming of our family coming to visit them and to spend time with them. And they would reach out and do those things. But in their passing, at their funerals, I would just think about how much is passing away with them. The history of our family, the great grandparents, that connection to our ancestors. But there's one generation that has again been lost, and you just think about it. It's when you have your loved one, spend time with them, go see them, even if they tell you all the boring stories from their childhood.
Stay there.
Just stay there. Listen. Write those stories down. There is a day coming where you're going to want to remember those things and talk about them with your children and your grandchildren. And I just feel like sometimes you have children and grandchildren that are going to remind you of your grandpa you lost or your grandma you lost, or there's that bloodline is an interesting thing. So
yeah, I lost my great grandma. She was 128. Yeah.
Nobody really knows, because I don't think in Kenya they really did birth certificates or IDs. So
no, during that time, but she was born late 1800s, 1890 there.
Yeah.
And she passed away, I think, 8 years ago. So
it's been since we were married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she lived a
long
full
life. Yeah.
She lived until she was no more. And that's a life. I'm like George's sister, Jackie. You guys would have seen her in our Christmas video, but she has pictures of great grandma, her mom, her, and her daughter. So 5 generations. Yeah.
Sitting together, and that to me is so cool, because I don't know that I've ever experienced that, seeing 5 generations apart from with Jackie when we were in Kenya.
Yeah.
So it is interesting. Cherish the people in your life while you have them, because once they're gone, that's it.
Yeah.
You don't get all you have is memories, and it's important to make lots of memories while you have them. I see some of you in the comments talk about, like in our videos, when you see me and the children doing stuff together, that you talk about things that you did with your children or your grandchildren, and those are memories. Those are the precious memories, and I love that our videos can invoke those memories for you guys.
Yes.
But had you not slowed down and taken the time to spend time together, you would not have those memories with your loved one. So anyway, all right, what's something joyful to talk about?
You talking at us?
Yeah, we've talked about death and grief and memories, and it is good to have sobering things to talk about in life. But maybe I'm going to turn the camera off, and G and I are going to have a little time together while we go to the funeral home here, and then we'll catch back up with you guys when we stop for coffee. We'll something. Yeah. Something. We'll stop and do something joyful so that this video isn't all about grief. So, all right. Thanks, guys, for joining us. All right. So George and I ended up not doing a little sweet treat.
We got caught up on the...
We did. We got caught up talking to friends and meeting people and just good conversation. So we did have some meat sticks or beef jerky sticks. What are they? That we had gotten at a gas station.
You got so much stuff.
It's like meat sticks or something that we got at the gas station, and so we snacked on those on the way home.
And we love them.
Yeah, these times together don't have to be fancy. They're just
have good time. Sit. We can literally drive and pull on a parking lot and just sit there.
Yeah.
For hours. Yeah.
That's what marriage is about: is connection and communication, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but you do need to communicate and stuff. So yeah. Thank you guys for going with us, and I think it's safe to say it's important to grab a loved one, love them, hug them, and appreciate them while they live. Make memories, make homemade pizza, and make some food and put it on the table and gather around, or go to the park and hang out, whatever it might be.
Absolutely.
Connection is about connecting. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you guys for going with us. We appreciate everybody who tunes in, and
we'll see you on the next one. We'll see you.
We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.